First Corinthians 7 1-7. Now concerning things whereof ye wrote unto me, subjects, correspondence, questions in your letter. So now he's going to address things they wrote him. Now that he's talked about the things he needed to talk about, that God willed him to talk about, now he's able to talk about this. It is good for a man not to touch a woman. It is good for a man not to have sex relations with a woman. Excellent thing for a man not to have intercourse with a woman. Remain single. That's better interpretation. For them to remain single, not get married. It's assuming that nevertheless avoid fornication. Avoid immorality. Nevertheless, because of the danger of immorality, temptation of impurity, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. So it's saying better not to be married, but rather than sin, marry. If you can't withhold from the temptation, then find your wife and be married. Let every husband render unto his wife due benevolence. Give to his wife her conjugal rights, and likewise her husband, also the wife unto her husband. What it's saying here is sex between married spouse and her spouses is to be enjoyed. The man and wife would enjoy it. And it's not to be used as a weapon or something to be withheld from each other. So that's what he's stating. You're to do this for each other and enjoy this with each other. The wife shall not hath no power over her own body, but the husband. And likewise the husband hath no power over his own body, but the wife. So he's saying, in marriage you become the other person. This isn't saying you're a slave to the other person. It's saying the other person should tend to you, take care of you, look at you as their own. So it's the opposite end. Rather than, okay, I can have them do this for me. Then, in a sense, it becomes a responsibility because they become part of me. Type attitude. Defraud not yet one another. Do not withhold from another. Stop refusing each other what is due, depriving one another, except with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and to prayer. So ideally, it's saying put God first, and the only time you should abstain from this is when you together focus more on God and come together again. That Satan tempt you not for inconsistency, but I speak by permission and not by commandment. For I would that all men were even as myself, but every man hath proper gift of God, one after the manner, and another after that kind. That. So he's saying, I prefer people to be single. I know everybody's not called to it. I know that many will get married, and possibly few are called to this. I think some don't want to admit their calling to this when they go into failed marriages. I also know that biblically, marriage is one of the purest relationships ever if it's God led. And Satan hates it, wants to attack it in every way, which is why separating from intercourse for prayer and fasting with the married couple is good, as long as it's done together with purpose, because that attacks Satan as much and brings God back into the relationship. And God wants to bless marriage. God wants to bless all of it. And it's just like every aspect of our life. We're to devote to Him, and this is no different.